the favourites, the defending champions. Thompson Herah, one of the greats on the second leg. Fraser Price round the bend, and Sharika Jackson will anchor them home.
Personal record.
2017, London. Women's 4x100m relay final, let's go. Team USA, lane.
Jamaica off to a very good start, so is Great Britain, but look at Melissa Jefferson destroy first leg.
To Abby Steiner, and Steiner is off.
That's a Lane Thompson hero down the backstretch for Jamaica, but the US is there. Great Britain is still there.
Prandini of California has the stick now. Prandini on the inside. Oh, and Great Britain's in trouble.
The US will hand off first, but Sharika Jackson.
TT Terry and Sharika Jackson. Here comes Jamaica running the United States down. Can Twanisha Terry hang on? You betcha she can. Team USA world champions. TT Terry runs them home.
And this is why so many fans fall in love with track and field, because of races like this. And we know what the team Jamaica had at the moment, the odds was against US to win this race, because we're talking about big hitters like Elaine Thompson here. Even though Elaine didn't perform, Elaine wasn't at her best, even though she got a bronze in the 100 meters. Shelly was at her peak, and this was 2022, and Sharika Jackson was in form as well. Wasn't at her peak, but she was in form. So when you have three out of the three medalists out of the 100 meters in a 4x4, you'd want to believe that that's the team that is going to win. And based on how they were performing, the world record was even in consideration. When you looked at the US team, you're looking at a Twanisha Terry, who didn't even make the final that year. Yeah, Twanisha Terry didn't even make the final, and she got a chance to go up against. They put her up against Sharika Jackson, the monster over the 200 meter, the monster with the top end speed. But I think in this race, where it all went well for the US, or where it went the best for them, was on the back stretch, where Abby Steiner went up against Elaine. And that year, Abby Steiner was having a stellar of a season. She was the standout athlete at the NCAA championships, running over 53 races for the entire year before, not even a full year. So it would have been for the quarter. So from January all the way back to August, around there, 53 races. And then to come on and perform at the World Championships. Like, who does that? So Abby Steiner was having a stellar, that was her breakout year. Haven't seen her in the last couple of years. We heard that she got injured, but haven't really seen her back. But that year was definitely her year. And she also got a really outstanding contract due to that year as well, which we're not going to delve into in this video. But yeah, it was a really good year for Abby Steiner. She was in tip-top shape, and yeah, she really did the job against Elaine on the back stretch. And as explained, Elaine wasn't having the best of season either. Even though she finished third in the 100 meter final, Elaine wasn't at her best. And so when you put her on the back stretch against Abby Steiner is going to cook. And then Shelly isn't the best curve runner. So to put Shelly on the third leg, yes, I would more so rather Shelly on the ankle leg and put Sharika on the curve. But then when you really look at Sharika top end, I guess they were going because Sharika has the better top end. But on any ankle leg, Shelly will cook. So I believe Shelly should have run that ankle leg and Sharika run the curve. But they did it how they wanted to do it. And I think with the work that Abby Steiner did, Gina Prandini didn't have to do much around the curve, but just to held her own. And she was having a pretty good season back in 2022. Not the best of season, but she was doing pretty well. She was up there with the top 200 meter runners that year. So to go up against Shelly and hold your own, then definitely. And plus they were on the inside lane. So Abby Steiner doing all that work on the backstretch definitely got US ahead. And because they're on the inside lane, automatically it will push them forward. They will hand off the baton first, and then Sharika Jackson would have all the work to do. And as y'all could see, she definitely ate up the gap. But TT Terry held on. She held on. And yeah, the US got the victory. And these are the races that we live for in track and field. These are the races that we want to see. So even though you are the underdog, you could still end up being the victor on the day. Is who really stepped up and delivered at their best. And I believed Team Jamaica wasn't at their best, but they gave it their all on that very moment. And yeah, US got the victory, and yeah, it was a seller of a 4x4. And up to today, that's why we can do videos like this recapping, and you still get goosebumps. You still have the same anxiety, the same feeling as you would have had if you're watching it live back in 2022. Yeah, these races are rewatchable. These races bring back those really nice moments, the really nice feeling of being a track and field fan. And yeah, kudos to the US on this, and they managed since 2021 Jamaica has not won a 4x400 meters. Can you believe that? Yes, US has kept it away from the Jamaicans for 3 years in a row, and we will see what happens in 2027. As we know, this year is not a world championship nor Olympic year, so we await to see what will happen in 2027. But yeah, and US, from what I'm seeing here, Team USA would have, if we were basing off what's going on this year, if they would have had a world championship, Team USA would have been the favorites. But as we saw, the favorite doesn't have to win. The underdogs could also win. But yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts on this race in the comments.